2026 meeting. Would you please join us for a moment of silence? Thank you. Will you join us for the pledge? Next, we have approval of the agenda.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the agenda. Any other discussion? Vote, please.
Yes.
Next, we have approval of the minutes from previous meetings.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes from the previous meetings, July 24th and August 13th. Any other discussion? Vote, please.
Okay, yes.
Yes.
All ayes.
We have public comment on actual items. Thank you. Next, we have recognitions.
Madam Chair, members of the board, I would ask that Dr. Misty Marvin and Joey Holly come forward, please. We have Jaden Howes. If you'll come on up from Creekwood, congratulations on making the 2026 Tennessee Sports Writers Association Boys All-State Track and Field Team in the Class AA 400 meters. So that's impressive. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, Jay. Have a great year. I'd like to ask Mr. Curtis Sutherland, Dr. Marvin to come back up, please, and Posey Bridges. Posey is a junior at Dickson County High School. She has been involved in the arts all her life and was featured in 2 other art shows this summer. Her piece, Starlight, was shown at the Frist Art Museum in Nashville and used as the promotion image for the Teens Take the Frist art show. You might have seen her work in the July Gallery at Mulberry Mills in Dickson. Earlier this year, her piece, Is There Something on My Face, which is featured right out in our foyer, received a silver key at the Scholastic Art and Writing Awards at Cheekwood. Posey is very active at Dickson County High School. She is a wonderful student, but if you miss the art coming in, when you leave, take a moment to just breathe in and see the talent of this young lady. Posey, we're so glad that you shared your art with us and your talent. I was so impressed when Curtis showed us what you can do. You're a sophomore?
I'm a junior.
Junior. It's so impressive. So thank you for what you do. And I want to give this to Mr. Curtis, and let's take a picture with Dr. Marvin. Thank you so much for being here and sharing your work. Thank you, Patsy. Our student board representatives will be here next month.
Take the curriculum and instruction.
Elementary computer science curriculum. We are just asking that you approve the curriculum that we talked about at planning. And if you have other questions, Miss Melinda's here to answer those.
Move to approve.
I'll second.
So we have a motion and a second to approve is it elementary computer science curriculum?
Yes, ma'am.
Any other discussion? Vote, please.
All eyes.
Motion carries. Next, we have special education IEP development.
This was a conversation we had at the planning. Dr. Johnson presented. We are asking that you approve this platform for IEP support.
I'll move to approve.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve the special education IEP development instructional planning platform. Any other discussion?
Madam Chair,
Yes, Mr.
this is in our current budget. Is that correct, Dr.
Yes,
Sullivan?
sir.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Vote, please.
All eyes.
Motion carries. Next, we have finance, the June 2026 monthly report.
As you can see on the June monthly report, the revenues and expenditures are up. Property tax and sales tax are up. Utilities, diesel fuel, and gas are up. Do you have any questions in regards to the June 2026 monthly report?
Move to approve.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve the June 2026 monthly reports. Any other discussion? Vote, please.
All eyes.
Next, we have the quarter four fiscal year 2026.
Are there any questions in regards to the quarter reports?
Motion to approve.
Second.
A motion and a second to approve the fourth quarter fiscal year 26 quarterly reports. Any other discussion or questions? Vote, please.
All eyes.
Motion carries. Next, July financial report for all funds.
As you can see, revenues are down, expenditures up. Utilities are down. Diesel fuel is at 6.27 and gasoline is down. This is for Mr. Phil. We are paying 2.88 for gas and $4.36 for diesel fuel as of August the 13th.
And 3 bus rides are hauling.
Well, we're good.
Move to approve the July financial report for all funds.
Second.
Thank you.
Any other discussion or questions? Vote, please.
All ayes.
Motion carries. Next, we have maintenance. DCHS update.
Yes, ma'am, Madam Chair. I have been meeting with Jeff Corlew. He will be here next month to discuss the Dickson County High School roof. The section that we were looking at is showing a little bit more damage than what was expected, and he would like to give a report on that next month at our next planning session.
No questions. We'll move to human resources.
So in your packet, you have the monthly reports for the human resources for August. You also have the pie report that we do that shows exits. And on the agenda, it has 25-26, but that was last month that was shared with you. So any questions about those two items?
We would like to take this time to recognize Miss Debbie Tucker, Special Education Assistant at the Discovery School, for her 10 years of service, and Miss Elizabeth Sanders, an ESL teacher at Centennial, for 20 years of service. And so we want to say thank you to both of them, and let's give them
Also on the agenda, there are some job descriptions that were some changes made to that. So Ms. Garten, you'd like to talk about
For the
those?
transportation mechanic one position, the only thing we changed on that was on the age to 18.
And then the other job descriptions revolve around the LEAPS site directors. Dr. Collins?
We approved, or you approved, excuse me, the LEAPS site director and the LEAPS teacher at the special session. And under department school, I had listed specifically Dickson Middle and Charlotte Middle. We're going to expand the LEAPS grant to William James Middle. And so I just needed to update these job descriptions and leave them for any LEAPS site. Hopefully in the future, we'll be able to even have more. So I just wanted to leave that for just LEAPS grant sites in general.
And salary on them is just still going to be based on the amount of money that comes in from the grant, correct?
Exactly. Yes.
Thank you. Before we go any further, I do have some questions for HR, if that's okay, Madam Director. Can I
Yes,
refer them?
yes, sir.
Do you have a number of teachers that we're still looking to hire right now?
I do. We have 5 special ed teachers, TDS, VES, NDA, Creekwood High School, White Bluff Elementary School peers, and we also need an SLP at Dickson Middle School. We have a CTE position. We had 2 teachers that resigned after the start of school. So we are currently looking for a CTE teacher at Dickson Middle. An interim PE position at Charlotte Elementary is continued. That was from last month also, but we had an elementary teacher resign at Stuart Burns, but we have that filled now. We do have an educational assistant library at Van Leer Elementary, and 2 maintenance workers, bus drivers, number I don't have, and school nutrition workers.
Do you by chance have the number of certified employees that are in pre-K of some
I do
sort?
not have that for you
Okay,
this evening.
thank you.
Bishop, you have the three items of transportation mechanic one, the LEAP site director, and the LEAP teacher jobs queued up individually to vote or together.
Individually.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the transportation mechanic one job description.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve mechanic one job description. Any other discussion? Vote please.
All ayes.
Next, we have LEAP site director.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the LEAP site director change as recommended.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve the LEAP's site director changes. Any other discussion? Vote please.
All ayes.
Next, we have the LEAP's teacher job description.
Motion that we pass the LEAP teacher job description as recommended.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve the LEAP's teacher job description. Any other discussion? Vote please.
All ayes.
Motion carries. Next, we have transportation.
Madam Chair, members of the board, at our planning session, Ms. Garten brought a 2022 Chrysler van to be removed from our district inventory due to being involved in an accident, which was not our fault. And so we ask that you approve that to be removed from our inventory list.
Motion to approve.
Second.
A motion and a second.
Can I ask, are we surplusing this, Madam Chair?
No. the
No.
Insurance bought it back.
Okay, so we don't need to get rid of it. Okay,
Just take that off the list.
thank you.
Any other questions? Vote please.
All ayes.
Motion carries. Next, we have field trips.
Yes, ma'am. Dickson Middle School is athletic cross country going to Murray, Kentucky. Creekwood High School volleyball tournament, Sevierville, Tennessee. FFA convention. Dickson County High School state swine show. Tennessee Tech. Dickson County High School FFA State Convention at Gatlinburg. Dickson County High School National Farm Machinery Show, Kentucky Expo Center. We ask that you approve.
Find out on the first one, Dickson Middle School, about the chaperones because it's not marked on the.
Yes, I will.
form.
Yes, ma'am.
Make a motion to approve contingent on Dickson Middle School's chaperones approved by the director.
Thank you.
We have a motion and a second to approve the field trips. A contingent on the answer about the chaperones on the first one. Any other discussion? Vote please.
All ayes.
Motion carries. Next, we have student support organizations.
We talked about a lot of these, or all of these, at the planning session. There's only one new group that we discussed last time. It's the Charlotte Middle School Tiger Tip-Off Club. They're new. Tonight's meeting, looking for approval for all all 8 of the clubs. As requested in the planning session, we've got the financials that you've got access to now also. But the big thing tonight, I guess, is also to approve all 8 to make sure they can continue.
Steele,
Joey, do we have others that have not submitted yet?
This is all the SSOs,
Okay,
to my knowledge. I think Creekwood used to be called Athletic Booster Club, and now it's called the End Zone Club.
well, the End Zone Club is for football, that they have dropped their booster club, the generic booster club that they had because of lack of
Involvement.
leadership.
Mhm.
But I also thought Dickson County had a football club like Creekwood does.
It's not an SSO.
And how's it qualified?
That's a good question. It was worked through Miss Frazier back in her time. I don't have that information tonight,
Okay.
but there's some way you do not have to be an SSO. And I think it basically gets to, if you're giving all of your money to the school, that allows you not to be an SSO.
Okay.
Don't quote me, but I think that was the
Arrangement.
I
Thank
think
you.
so.
any other questions?
I'm not seeing the one you said was added.
Charlotte Middle School Tip-Off Club, we talked about, the Tiger Tip-Off Club, we talked about that in 2 weeks. That wasn't added, it was on their last. They're brand new.
It should be on our list today. Voting on.
Thought it was.
See it.
It's
I
not.
see we added the DCHS Athletic Club. I think that was maybe not there before.
No, that was just the financials.
Hold up.
The Tip-Off Club was new. Their paperwork is in, is it not?
It's not in this
Uploaded?
list. Yeah.
Oh, that's my fault. They're a new club.
If an organization doesn't give all of its money to school, where's the rest of it going?
Well, they just, SSOs control the money.
Right.
Like what Ms. Steele was talking about, when they raise money for whatever, that money goes directly into the school account. Booster clubs might write a check out of their own account. These other clubs give it to the school, and those checks are written out of the school's account. That's the only way they can not be an SSO. They're putting all their money in the school.
So the 8 includes, so we've got 7 in front of us, and the 8th one would be the Charlotte Middle School.
Yes,
Is that
sir.
right?
Sonia, I can make some copies real quick if I need to. Sorry. I thought it was in there.
Since it's not on here, he said he could make some copies.
Do you have the documentation for that club property?
It's all right here.
I'm gonna make a motion that we approve all these as recommended, at least get a second, open for discussion, and it's their job, keep it documented, and we can verify the time we would need to.
Second.
A motion and a second to approve all 8 student support organizations. Any other discussion? Vote, please.
All eyes.
Madam Chair, can I ask Mr. Holly a question also? So,
Yes.
or directed towards the subject, probably not to you, but annually, we keep the list up, and it's the director's procedure to keep that information current for us to review, but there's nothing that really keeps anybody, if they want to start anew, if they go through the proper procedures, it doesn't have to be by a deadline of today. So, these can come and go throughout the year. Is that a correct statement?
Yes.
The thing I think we always have to remember is it might be senior parents that are a part of this club, and every year there could be new members.
Right.
So part of the process that we're going to fine tune is that there's basically 3 things that are on the bottom of that list that are required. And probably in the past, no one's ever asked for those. I've asked for those today. I knew I wasn't going to get it for tonight, but we'll have that covered. And those three main things that they're supposed to always attach with this application will be a part of the process.
Largely, that's for communication between the director, the board, and the organizations. It's like changing a middle school academic coach. If you change coaches and nobody follows up, they follow the policies. They might not be aware that they have policies to follow. So it's more of an informational communication thing. But I believe that if somebody wanted to start a new SSO 6 months into the year, it's not a certain deadline you have to have it in by. You could start one as long as you do the
I
proper.
think in the
channels.
past, we've always used this meeting to approve them,
Right.
the August meeting.
We have
But
done
we try
some
to gather all the
before, later
paperwork
meetings.
in summer so that we can present at this meeting, but apparently I left one off. Sorry.
We got a lot better than what we used to, and it's hard
Yes.
to get the information, but they could still straggle something you came in.
Ms. Hill?
Mr. Haley, I shared with Joey the procedure manual that we went over at our conference. And it has like it gives answers the question that you just talked about where you can start them at any point. It also has several frequently asked questions that it gives answers to. So I had recommended to Joey that this might just be a manual that he shares with these organizations so they would understand all of the rules, and whomever's in charge, could take this and read it and go over it.
Beautiful idea.
I think this coming summer, it'll be easy to present all of this paperwork as one shot. I mean, like, for example, it doesn't even have our logo. It's the wrong logo on it. They went ahead and filled out some of the paperwork. So we'll clean all that up, and it will be a lot easier next year.
Thank you.
Mr. Chadwick?
Can I say something to what I talked to you about before the meeting? When booster clubs go to businesses and like the food trucks, when we were talking about food trucks back, several months ago, the turkey truck there in front of, the Eat
Wow.
Quick, I just stopped and said, well, any kind of problems or whatever? And he said, well, it's different from different schools. And he said, I got an email one day asking from the Creekwood band boosters if I could feed the band kids during band camp. And he said, yeah, I can do that. Well, he said a couple of days later, he got the number. It was going to be, in the 50s or 60s. And so he said, well, I'm going to back out. So just this afternoon, as I came by, I saw the truck there and I stopped and asked him. He fed 65 kids out of that truck. And that, that was a big hunk of revenue that he gave up. And he was saying, don't people ever ask some of these corporate places, Subway, Jersey Mike's or whatever for things, because 65 meals. And he said that the adults wanted 2. He said, I told the adults they had to pay, but he did feed 65 kids.
It's impressive.
That was a pretty big chunk out of his pocket for that week, I think.
So a big shout out to the turkey truck.
Yes. And we're recorded, so it'll be good.
Any other questions? Thank you.
The long-term rentals.
Are you over long-term rental
Yes, sorry.
facilities?
The long-term facility rentals that we will have going, there's really only a few going right now because it's not their season. So you've got North Dickson, White Bluff, North Dickson, Charlotte, South Dickson basketball. They hadn't even started their season yet. So they will bring their paperwork and insurance and all that in time. The only two that are going is basically the Bombers and the Lions. Is that Charlotte's? That Lions. They're the only two really going, and the Y. So we'll continue getting paperwork for all of them. When we complete it, I can share that information when it gets closer to time.
Thank you. Next, we move to policies.
Just if you can read every one of them line by line, please.
And I take tomorrow off. All of the second read policies, none of those have changed since they were passed on first read last month.
Madam Chair, you looking to do these all at one time or individually?
I'd ask Dr. Bishop that
Yes,
question.
how
if
do
he
you have
can.
them?
I have them both ways.
Oh, she's ready for us.
She's prepared.
How would you like them to do then?
Well, are there any questions about second read policies? No changes, is that correct?
No
No
changes.
changes?
Feel very confident we hashed that out 2 weeks ago.
We good. We'll do them together.
I'll make a motion to approve all policies on second read. Would you like me to name them out or?
You actually supposed to. Yeah.
Okay. I make a motion to approve 2.400, 4.301, 5.302, 5.303, 6.200, 6.2041 on second read.
There's one
So
more.
we have a motion and a second to approve policy 2.400, 4.301, 5.302, 5.303, 6.200, and 6.2041. Any other discussion? Vote, please.
Ayes.
Motion carries. Next, we move to first read policies.
The first one is 2.100 fiscal management goals. Since the discussion at the planning, the following changes have been made. We added back in numbers 3 and 4. In line 5, we changed shall to seats to. In line 3, we changed shall to may. And we added back in the original language with the addition of the highlighted section in number 1.
Yes, Ms. Thiel?
On line 1, with procedures being plural, which guarantee, I think should we remove the S on that? Procedures which guarantee maximum use of all.
Okay.
Thank you. And then on line, I guess it's 12 or 13, it's number 3. I would like to recommend, instead of saying the available techniques, to say use sound financial practices for budget development and management.
Can you tell me what line that was in?
It's number 3 on
Oh, yes.
12 or
Okay.
It's 12.5 on mine for sure.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just looking for a printed out copy.
What did you want that to
So
say?
I would recommend we say use sound financial practices for budget development and management.
Sound in the eye of the beholder.
Pardon?
A sound in the eye of the beholder. I was curious.
Well, I'm trying to make it a firm.
Firmer than available techniques.
Well, I'm trying to get it where it's not about techniques, but it's about the financial practices that we're using.
Established financial practices.
Could be established, yes.
Something that is.
Yes.
This is trying to say the best that's known.
Exactly. But I'm trying to get it where it's not about just techniques, but it's about those financial practices. But that sounds fine with me, Miss Lampley. Obviously, you can tell I like the word sound since I said to you, sounds fine. Um, but established financial practices is, or what was your word that you recommended? Yeah. I just offer that for consideration.
Can you repeat one more time so that we can?
Use established financial practices for budget development and management.
Motion to approve 2.100 on first read.
Second.
Just for clarification, as amended, was that a motion to amend what you were saying, Ms. Steele? I mean, you wanted to amend it to what you said,
Right, and
and
yes.
so you were.
Yeah, motion to approve is amended. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah, thank you.
So we have a motion to approve as amended. Do we have a second?
Second.
Yeah.
Any other
I
discussion?
already seconded.
You did. Vote please. All ayes.
The next is 2.200 annual operating budget. And since the planning lines 4 and 5 were added at the request of a board member, and then the language for number 5 was changed from the planning session to tonight. That is language that Mr. Hall drafted for us. And then on page 2, there was some language added back in based on the discussion at the planning session. That would be lines 2 and 3 on page 2.
Move to approve policy 2.200.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve policy 2.200. Any other discussion?
First read, ma'am.
Yes, absolutely.
Excuse-
First read.
First
Thank
read.
you.
Thank you, sir.
Vote please.
Ayes.
4.600 grading system. No real changes from the planning, except that the step up scholarship was added back in. It's already part of our current policy, so it's not highlighted for you, but it was left out of what you saw at the planning session and is back in there.
Motion to approve 4.600 on first read.
Second. Motion and a second to approve 4.600 on first read. Any other discussion?
They take an 8th grade, it's an 8th grader when they take a, secondary subject, is that going to count on their GPAs?
Yes, sir. Any other questions? Vote please.
Ayes.
4.603 promotion and retention. There have been no changes since the planning session, but as a reminder, there was an additional pathway for the 3rd grade retention law that was added based on a legislative update from the spring.
Vote to accept 4.603 on first read.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve 4.603 on first read. Any other discussion? Vote please.
Ms. Brogdon, yes. Mr. Chadwick, yes. Mr. Haley, yes. Ms. Lampley, yes. Mr. Parker, no. Ms. Beal, yes.
But that was an accident. But it's all right. Nothing changes. So I was obviously hit the wrong button twice, apparently.
Yeah.
You can change it. I was like, I was like, well, I guess it's me.
You were testing it.
Yeah. Just keep Miss Bishop on her toes.
5.600 staff rights and responsibilities. There was one slight change based on the discussion at the planning session. A line that was removed, and I can remind you what that is if you need to.
Did have, let me see where the word is. Sorry. I'm good on that one. It's another one.
Make a motion to approve policy 5.600 on first read.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve 5.600 on first read. Any other discussion? Vote please. 4.603 is the one Aaron changed his vote.
And on 5.600, who was the
I made the motion.
second?
Aaron.
Yeah. Sorry about that. All ayes.
6.205 student assignments. There have been no changes from the planning session. But as a reminder, based on a recent law, that if the court system puts an order of protection into place between two students, the school has 5 school days to put in a safety plan for those students.
Accept 6.205 on first read.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve 6.205 on first read. Any other discussion? Vote please.
All ayes.
6.303 questioning students and searches. There have been no changes since the planning session. Again, as a reminder, a recent legislative update allows other school staff members to go through the state training and to be approved to conduct searches in addition to school administration.
This is the one I had the question about. I tried to find out if designated by the director of schools was in the pamphlet, but I couldn't find that. So, because I just was thinking about, or school employee approved by the director of schools, because I thought maybe the principal
Could approve that.
might designate or talk to you about the people, an employee, and then you would approve that employee. So I was just thinking about changing the word instead of designated to approved by the director of schools.
Anything?
So I guess my question is to Mr. Hall, does the law say designated? I couldn't find
Well,
that.
that's what I wanted to check, Ms. Steele. Thank you. I mean, I think we'd be safe to say approved and designated.
Okay.
Belt and suspenders. so.
Okay. Yeah,
If you're okay with that.
yes, sir, thank you.
Be the grammar police if I could. So Lucas, on the where we added school administrator or school employee, I think there's probably one too many ors in there. It should be the or after security officer should come out, comma, a school administrator,
Yes,
comma.
I agree.
I don't do that very often. Feels better than I am.
Other changes?
Move to approve 6.303 as double amended.
Have a motion and a second to approve 6.303 as amended. Any other discussion? Vote please.
Six 6.506 students from military families. There have been no changes since the planning session. But again, as a reminder, if based on recent legislative updates, if a student whose family is in the military moves and they want to remain as part of our school district, then we have to allow them to.
Motion to approve 6.506 on first read.
Second. And a second to approve 6.506 on first read. Any other discussion? Vote please. All ayes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have director's report.
I'm passing out the update that was started this year. You can see it's been a very busy month. And I'm just going to point out some of the highlights. As you see under student achievement, we are wrapping up our beginning of the year principals meetings. You can see all the ones that we have had conversations with. We had an innovation committee meeting, and I would like to share with you who is on that committee. We had that this past week. And then we will have our first, this is the second year that we are doing this. The community leadership team is meeting, and I would like to share with you those in our community who serve on that leadership team. And I will not pass this out, but we are starting our first student council. And I will host grades 6 through 12, one representative from each of the schools 4 times a year to give feedback on their experience in the Dickson County Public Schools. And then we will continue to have lunch with our 5th graders. And there will be around 4 or 5 5th graders from each of our elementaries that join us for lunch, and we get feedback from them on their experience of being an elementary student and the seniors of their school as 5th graders moving to the middle schools. You're going to see that we are busy with the leader in me. Dr. Winstead, myself, and some of the directors, along with Misty Hodge, will be shooting a video next Tuesday. So we are kind of getting our thoughts around that. and what that's to look like. We will be hosting September the 8th. Our professional development will be around the training of the 7 habits. If you would like to come to that, we would love to have you. We'll get out more information about that. You will see on various things. I can't put everything I do. This is just the highlights that I thought maybe you would be interested in. I have to give a big shout out to the county commission at the county commission meeting for granting us $28.5 million for Charlotte Middle School and a land purchase. So I personally want to thank them and the work that each of you do in continuing to get our facilities where they need to be. So thank you very much for your leadership. We are looking at a student technology maintenance plan that went out. I've been working with Kayla Fuller around that. We had a staff ice cream social. Allison Phelps, I have to give her a shout out because if I come up with something, or Dr. Winstead or one of these directors, she's always willing to do the work. And so I appreciate that. But I said every month we're going to do something fun here. And so this was the ice cream social. And so we celebrated August birthdays today. And it's just good to hang out with each other because we're very busy in the work. And it's nice to just take a breath and be with each other. We've had principals meetings, AP meetings. I'm working with Rachel Stormont. She is going to be a principal lead in offering a resource to any of our teachers that just need some resources on strategies, teaching strategies. And she is working on that curriculum. It's based off of Harry Wong. And she is entitled these sessions, Learn, Teach, Lead, Grow Lab. And so I look forward to seeing what this brings. But it is a continuum of teachers that have gone through the comp training on classroom management. So I look forward to Rachel leading this work. I think she's really excited about it and excited that she has been asked to do this. We've launched a survey to our families on the Leader in Me, and they are just answering questions about school culture. And so it went out to every school. When did we send that, Lucas? Yesterday. And so we look forward to seeing the results of that. We will disseminate all of that data, look at it, and see where we see trends. And then that same survey will go out in the spring to see maybe what we have closed or mindsets that have changed. But we are working on the work, and I have to give a shout out to this leadership team because they are very busy, and it's about really nothing new. This innovation really enhances already the work we're doing, but we are going to go deeper in our knowledge and really be intentional with what we're asking teachers to do. So I think we're going to continue to move the model. Once all of our state data is in, Dr. Thiel will present all of the state data. If any of you ever want to look, and it's big and busy, but if you want to get on and look at the state website so that you can see data, we'll help you get on it and show you that. And then you can maneuver around to, I like to compare myself to top schools, top districts. I know my directors do too. Dr. Thiel, she knows that I want to see who's doing it well and how can we get better. Let's go pick their brains. And so we're doing that. We have a group going up to Bristol to see some things that's happening in East Tennessee. They're carrying some really good scores. And then there's a group of us going to Warren County, Kentucky, back to see the Leader in Me in that district. And we look forward to that, but that's coming up soon. I think 2 of the board members are going to take that trip with us. If you would like to go, let us know. Okay, and we'll get out information about that. questions for me? I think we've almost made a record here tonight with our time.
Oh, we're not done.
Sorry, guys. But anyway, thank you. And if you have questions about any of these parts that I presented, see me after.
Next
Yes,
week.
sir.
Sorry, did you have a question? Okay, thank you. Comments by DCEA.
There. There she is.
Thank you. I'm Anna Wilson, the treasurer for DCEA. I just wanted to say the teachers are excited to start a new school year, and we thank the board and our director for your support as we do everything we can for our district and for our students. We have great things to come, so in the words of our directors, stay tuned.
Thank you.
Comments by board members. Mr. Parker.
I do want to say that it has been a pleasure serving with you. We already you. I didn't even think about a convention and everything where we always go to. You're not going to be there. I think you can sneak in. You've been there long enough. They'll just think you're a normal person if you want to come. But it has been good, and it has been a pleasure serving with you as the leadership as a chairman has been good. And I do want to say in front of everybody on the YouTube that I appreciate you and thank you for helping lead the board, because it is, I'm sure that seat is probably more overwhelming than these, but if you've never sat in one of these, then you really don't know. So I know it's been a rough couple years with the phone. I'm positive of that, but I do appreciate what you've done for the board, and it's been a pleasure working with you. And it does take 4 of us to adjourn, so we could sit here.
Thank you, Mr. Parker.
Well, District 5 would like to thank you for your services. It was so nice that we had the reception to honor you, to get to meet your family. I know you're going to have lots of fun with the grandbabies and just enjoying life, but we are truly going to miss you. As I said earlier, you have just been an inspiration to me in that role. I mean, you don't think that the executive committee is you, the chair, and the director, but you have so many more responsibilities than we do here. And just sitting in a seat can be overwhelming. So I know you've taken on a lot in that role, and we so much appreciate you.
Thank you.
I told Sonia before our meeting that, in 1983, when she was a sophomore in my biology class, and I taught her all she knows about how to dissect a frog, that we never thought about being at this point, in the future. But she was a great student then, and she's been a great leader for us, and we just appreciate you.
Thank you, Mr. Chadwick.
Feel like we're being a repeat, but I think it's good to share this out broader than who's in between these 4 walls. But I had the honor of Sonia serving when my kids were still in school, and I'm very appreciative for the leadership care that you gave during those years. Especially appreciative of the last 2 years as I came on, had a lot to learn. You've been patient with me.
Great 8 years, Ms. Brogdon. I appreciate you. And I asked this board about a month ago if they would allow me to get a card from all of us, and they let me pick it out. And coming into last night, I was having a hard time thinking of all the words I wanted to say. But I want to read that card. I memorized it, by the way, word for word. And it says, "Thank you. You made a difference." Appreciate you.
Thank you. Now, I'm still gonna be around if y'all want to call and talk to me. Because y'all are family. I mean, we make hard decisions here on this board. And it makes you closer. And I know everybody has differing opinions, but I appreciate you all always being kind to each other because, there are a lot of times we disagree. And everybody's handled it in a great manner and made my job easier. And I really appreciate that. And I'm sure that Mr. Baker will do a wonderful job. Y'all go easy on him. Don't scare him off.
She's talking to you, Sherry.
But I'm sure you'll do a great job. They'll be here to mentor you, and it's overwhelming, but I have faith you can do it. We all did it. You can do it. So stick in there with them. I appreciate all of y'all.
If you follow policy 1.403, I believe you can get 5 minutes every. We can put you on there for 5 minutes.
Only at the beginning of the meetings. I appreciate that. Any other comments? Is Aaron going to adjourn?
To adjourn.
Thank you.
Frank.